Never let it lick you. Many people don't know what it's capable of. Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to Reality Binge. In today's video we're going to talk about Let It Lick You. Many people don't know what it's capable of. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. It might sometimes be challenging to comprehend people. Do you know how to communicate in English? Are you following what I'm saying? But do you know what's even more challenging? Animals. They are unable to communicate their desires to you. It's easy to overlook their aggressiveness. Humans can be a source of danger for them, and they can be a source of danger for humans. Anyway, the world of wildlife is difficult, so let's have a look at it. Just subscribe to the channel first, and then let's go meet a bear in the wild. It's rarely a chance encounter. Of course, wow, a genuine live bear. The bear is alive, but do you have the option to die? What should I do in this situation? Some forest aficionados recommend climbing trees and awaiting there. It's like a bear that gets bored of staring at you and decides to go on a quest of new food. Bears, on the other hand, aren't wolves with ravenous eyes and can only gaze at a man from below. That is something that bears are capable of. Where are you going, buddy? It's really rapid, and if you hold a competition for speed climbing trees, someone will most likely lose. So if you come across a bear, avoid looking in the eyes and gently back away. People are rarely attacked by bears. Usually, they're merely curious about the odd hairless creatures that have appeared in the middle of the forest. Mama bears carrying cubs, especially renegade bears, should be avoided. There are unfortunate bears who wake up in the middle of winter and are extremely upset about it. So if the beast decides to attack, start shouting, stomping, whistling, or creating any loud noises you can think of, including music. Okay.
Get scratched or poked in the eye or something. Hey, you know better than that. What are you doing? It's all right. They'll kill you.
Amazing. We've had Jimmy for 21 years now. Got him as a little cub, and he's been with us his whole life, being around her, and I'm happy that she feels that way about me still after all these years. Oh, peanuts. All right, I'll have some peanuts.
He's departing if you pick the proper trail. Yes, he'll be going down, don't worry, we'll be okay. Okay, that's a very self-evident reality. Don't get too close to the horses. It's like the traffic laws determining which side of the bus to sit on. You must avoid riding on the back of a horse. Remember how you had to approach the hippogriff in Harry Potter? That's roughly equivalent to a horse. You must approach the animal from the front so that it can see you and hear you, acting confidently as you touch its face. Allow it to compel you to talk about something. Even a discussion of your favorite show's most recent episodes would suffice. The most important factor is intonation. In any case, the horse isn't going to argue with you. You don't have to bow if it doesn't agree, and you should never approach it from behind or too softly. Horses, as we all know, have a tendency to kick. Horses remember that predators hunted the forefathers, therefore they will protect themselves. You don't want a hoof to smack you across the face, do you? Octopuses can be amusing, intelligent, and even tasty, but they are not nice, so avoid putting octopuses on your face. Within their right mind would you think of such a ridiculous idea? These cephalopods may appear delicate, yet they are equipped with two weapons at the same time. Sucker cups, which are formed as hard chitin and situated in the center of an octopus, are capable of tearing human skin and the beak. The beak of an octopus is remarkably similar to that of a parrot. When you add enough powerful muscles to it, you have a creature that isn't worth putting a human face on.
Then, wouldn't you know it, a vicious tide swirls in, and suddenly everything is topsy-turvy. Among other flotsam, the tide brings in a rival, Editats. Well, that doesn't work, so you show off your biggest sucker discs. You show him yours, he shows you his, and the intruder takes off like a whipped dog. Its tentacles would be between its legs, if its tentacles weren't already its legs. Okay.
Otherwise, you may suffer the fate of American Jaime Bichler. She just wanted to take a funny picture for the contest and had to go to the hospital. Oh, she's clearly hurt. Sharks seldom attack humans, and when they do, it's generally out of curiosity, as humans aren't on their menu at all. Swim up to a weird creature and gently bite it. What if it's wonderful and you don't yell 90% of the time? The shark just swims away after an exploratory bite, and according to the International Wildlife Museum, there's 1 in 4 million chance of seeing the specific marine predator. But for some reason, all this info isn't particularly encouraging. There's no way. Let's say gratitude to the jaws, and they will figure out what to do when they meet the shark. First and foremost, it is preferable to avoid this encounter. It's best not to swim in dirty water in the dark. Sharks aren't equipped with flashlights, so they'll have to swim closer to see whether you're a threat or if they can bite you. But let's assume the shark is nearby. Don't turn your back on it, instead stand up straight because there's no such thing as an upright stance in the water. It's more probable that a predator will dismiss you as insane and flee. If he swims up and shows too much attention, you'll have to fight it. Punch a shark in the nose and get out as quickly as possible.
They dive and they rise from the ocean's murky depths to its sun-kissed shallows, rousing fear and awe like no other creature in the sea. The skin, which reduces friction and helps sharks swim quickly and quietly. Sharks also have skeletons made of cartilage instead of bone, meaning sharks only lay a few large eggs. They may come in various forms, such as sacs called mermaid purses or corkscrews.
If it bites, hit it in the eye and grab the gills. Have you ever thought about how red affects bulls? Oh, a bull loses control when it sees something in the similar hue. This isn't the case. Bulls attack a red rag because it is waving, not because it is red. It might be any color including green, yellow, or even a picture of the bull's mother. If you came to the hospital horned animal, it would be odd. Take your time removing the red. First and foremost, do not look it in the eye or taunt it in any way. Pretending to be dead isn't going to help you. Grizzly bears aren't bulls. When they come into touch with cows and calves, they don't flee right away. They just enrage the bull. Instead, it's preferable to retire slowly and gently. After all, it did assault you, and the bull is nearly guaranteed to win the race. You can try sprinting in zigzags instead of straight lines, because he's quicker than nature. When you're a large, furious bull, it's not simple to turn. You can drop a backpack or some clothing into the bull on the way, and it's most likely to divert your attention for a time, allowing you to reach a secure location. What exactly do you mean? Don't let them consume anything. Despite all the sweetness and fluffiness, one of our viewers is going to exclaim, and it could well turn out to be a squirrel. Squirrels are loved by everyone despite the fact that they are not completely harmless. If an ill squirrel attacks or scratches a human, it is unlikely to experience regret, but the bitten person is in danger. The animals, on the other hand, are having a problem as a result of the human involvement. First, without them, females must obtain necessary nutrients from natural sources. Second, it might lead to sickness. There might be a lot of squirrels as a result of feeding in one place. It's doubtful that you'll want to spend a whole day in the park watching hundreds of fluffy creatures rush around looking for food. It's a squirrel apocalypse that might result in the re-emergence of several squirrel illnesses. Finally, squirrels may learn to link humans with food. Of course they wouldn't attack, or at least we hope they wouldn't, but they'll lose their innate fear of humans and may come near a squirrel hater at some point. That's no good, but if you still want to take care of squirrels, you better think about planting shrubs like wild cherry dogwood or hawthorn. It's not as sweet as feeding the animal right from the palm of your hand, but it's really useful. Some individuals simply like exotic creatures and would rather have a raccoon or several rather than cats, dogs, parrots, or hamsters. A wild beast, on the other hand, may be quite hazardous in most circumstances. Even if it's just a predatory cat capable of devouring one of the small children, anyone can be seriously injured by the owl's claws. Have you come across them? They're massive, powerful, sharp hooks capable of ripping anything from a new pillow to human skin. You must be as cautious as possible with these birds, and you must not lend your limbs to unknown owls unless you have a few extra hands to spare. Canine clothing, oh, the lovely hats, quirky shoes, and little jumpsuits, not to mention the dog t-shirts. It's also sweet and deadly. According to experts, the practice of constantly changing the clothes on a dog causes them to overheat. You don't believe it's okay to abandon your pet in a hot vehicle? Overalls are also going to not cut it, with the exception of a few breeds which may truly freeze in the cold. Dogs don't require clothing since their hair serves the same purpose. Imagine wearing a fur coat all day and then putting a t-shirt on top of it because it doesn't feel nice, especially if it's warm enough outdoors. Dogs are live animals and they may not like this approach. You should acquire a doll with a cheetah mouth if you want to dress up as someone. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any amazing video from us.